If you're a young person and you lack motivation in your life to get shit done and just to kind of fix up and actually lock in, you need to experience having a shit job. You need to have that experience of being in a workplace and being like, yeah, if I don't lock in and fix my life, this is going to be my future. But I'm going to share some of my experiences. Throughout my years, I'm almost touching 30, I can't lie. I'm in my late 20s now. In my early 20s, I had a lot of shit jobs. I had jobs that I was working at JD Sports, like working at cashiers, like just being a cashier, doing basic stuff, manual labor, like just shitty office jobs, all of that. I've experienced all that kind of stuff. I feel like if I didn't have those experiences, I would not be who I am today. And simply because what it teaches you is that if you don't actually decide what you want to do with your life, life will decide for you. So I'm gonna tell you a bit of a story. I used to work at a company where there's like small companies, there's small businesses where like people work there for like 20 plus years, 30 years, whatever. And one time, so I was like in my early 20s, like 21, 22. And I remember coming into the office one day and just having a chat with one of my colleagues. He was a bit of an older guy. He was like, I think in his mid 40s. And he'd been working there for, I think he said like 20 plus years. So, and I was just chatting to him, just kind of trying to understand his life more. Cause I used to think like, we're on the same wage and you have kids. Like, I'm just a guy like just trying to get by, but you have responsibilities and we're on the same wage right now. Like how is that for you? That can't be easy. So I'm just talking to him, having a casual conversation, and something just hits me. Like I'm looking at a alternative reality version of my life, basically. Like this is the potential. I don't know, it's kind of fucked up to say, like worst case scenario, but yeah, if I don't get out of this space, I'm gonna be this guy. And no offense to him, like he was a nice guy, but I didn't envy his lifestyle. I didn't want to be like him. Like he had given up on a lot of shit. He'd given up his dreams. Like he was telling me that he used to, want to play sports, and like he loved music. And he's like, yeah, I don't do that anymore because I've got kids and and yeah, it was just really kind of sad to like see, because when he was talking about his passions, you could see he was like, his energy was up. He was like excited, and I was like, wow, he really just decided, or I don't know if he decided or he just let life happen to him. Because let's be honest, he probably could have done better than what he ended up doing. But I guess it was just the idea of comfort and getting, used to stagnation, which kind of I think a lot of us go through. So the point being is that like, if you don't have these experiences where you get to meet these people, these humans that you will pass every day that you never really think about, you never talk to them. When you get into these like kind of jobs, you start to realize that a lot of people end up here due to complacency. They end up in these kind of jobs and in these positions due to never really getting out of their comfort zone, never really trying new things, never really going after their dreams. And if that doesn't inspire you to be like, yeah, that can't be me. That can't be me. I can't be the person that's just given up and is just gonna just take, the bare minimum and just be like, all right, sure, this is who I am. Well, that's how I saw it anyway. I was like, yeah, there's no way I could be that. I can't be me. And not only that, having the experiences of working these kind of jobs that you don't love, what it also does is that it teaches you like people are so, I don't know, people can be so disrespectful. Like when you've got like a job where people look down on, if anything that's like customer facing, where you're like helping the public or anything, it really just shows you like people do not respect like the regular hard workers in this world. Like working as like anything that's to do with customer service or just dealing with actual humans, the way they talk to you is like what? You would never talk to me like this, like outside of my job, but you got the battery in your back to start saying nonsense to me. I think just that experience alone just made me be like, yeah, I cannot have these jobs. I was working Just Eat, yeah, like delivering people's food, people just acting like I did not exist, man. Like that feeling was just not it. Like I've traveled like across the city with your stupid fucking takeaway, and you can't even give me like the look in the eye connection. Thank you, or thanks, I appreciate that. Can't even do that. It's just all right, close the door. And it's just like, yeah, I can't do this. This can't be my life. This can't be my existence. I can't just be someone slipping mule carrying their food. But again, I know people have to do these jobs, but You don't want to be that person. As fucked up as it, I'll be honest, I don't want to be that person. I lived that experience, it was not fun. I ain't doing that again. I ain't doing that again. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is when you have these experiences of having these jobs that aren't great, it teaches you valuable lessons about human nature. Like, you get to interact with people that you never would usually interact with. And again, there was another job I had when I was working at JD Sports at the time, dealing with like a lot of just young people and seeing their mentality when it comes to work and their sort of like lack of drive. And it's just like, yeah, I'm just doing this job. I got out of uni, I'm like, yeah, I just want to get a job, so I'm just going to start working here. And having those kind of experiences and dealing with those kind of people was very eye-opening, I can't lie. It's super eye-opening because you start to see how people actually view life. And when it's different from yours, it's like, wow, like, yeah, I can't be like you. I don't want to be like you. No offense, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to think like you. A lot of people out there, as sad as it seems, as fucked up as it seems, as judgmental as it might seem coming from me, they act like life isn't serious. They don't take it serious at all. They don't take it serious at all. And once you're around these people, you'll be like, okay. You start to kind of see how you've kind of been that way in the past, and it's like, yeah, I know where this leads now. I know where this behavior of ignoring the real shit and just accepting the bare minimum, I know where it leads now. I know where it leads. And a lot of these people, it sounds like I'm just like judging everyone, but it's just observations. That's what I do. I like to observe human behavior. Like, one of the observations that I've made from working at these kind of jobs is that the people that work there for a long time, you know, the people that are in their middle age, like late 40s, even 50s, late 30s, whatever, like a lot of them have addictions, super addictions. And it's clear to me these addictions are in order to cope with their reality. It's in order to cope with the fact that I didn't try hard enough with this shit. I'm gonna cope with that fact by, I'm going out to drink every other night. I'm smoking a lot after work, scrolling on my phone all night after work. All these mechanisms, it's all just to keep you distracted from facing the reality of your life. And from being around these kind of people, I just thought, yeah, I can see through you lot. I can see through you lot, and I'm not trying to be like you. And that's literally what got me to where I am today. I'm not saying I'm in my, you know, my final form or anything, but I'm definitely way further than I was a couple years ago, like 3-4 years ago. And a lot of that is just because I don't want to be one of the people that let their dreams just fade. I don't want to be one of those people that let their dreams just escape them because they're too attached to just comfort, the comfort of the bare minimum. Because the comfort isn't even that comfortable, really. Like, it's not actually that comfortable, but people convince themselves that it's good enough. And that's the term, good enough. Like, it's alright. For me personally, I feel like you want to have a better life, then, you know, it's alright, it's possible. But yeah, that's just me. Maybe I've gone on a bit of a rant here. Let me know what you think. Like, have you worked a shit job before? How was it for you? And if you haven't worked a shit job before, maybe this video might have got you to, you know, maybe think you should. Probably hasn't, because it's probably just scared you away from it, but hey, what do I know? And if you want to talk about any of the topics that I covered in this video, feel free to book a one-to-one call with me using the link in my bio. Good talking to you again, and I'll catch you later. See ya.